going to be killed by our CIA and blamed on Russian, on Russia, either with a missile strike or poisoning him, or somehow taking him out. But this is what is it looks like being planned. I think I had another article on this if I can find it, but I want going to be importing to their country. They have made a huge deal. President Vladimir Putin has just concluded a trip and signed a $40 billion deal with Iran. So this happened a couple of days ago. We reported that Iran and Russia now are going to be working together in Ukraine. It does look like that Iran is going to be supplying their top-of-the-line, most advanced drones, kamikaze drones, reconnaissance drones, and maybe even ballistic missiles, folks. No one really knows what Iran has been importing to Russia, but they have made several plane loads of shipments. And look at there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This launcher can launch 5 of these kamikaze drones. Like I said, they are very accurate. This is a mobile system that could be put in place anywhere on a trailer and launched to be used in the Ukraine war or any war, or even against Israel or U.S. bases in the Middle East. So, excuse me, it does look like that Iran is getting into the fight, and they are going to be providing Russia with their most advanced drones, folks. So this is very, very concerning about what is going on. So let's continue reading this article. But I wanted you to see this. Iranian jets are now landing in Moscow. Yesterday, an Iranian Tu-76 TD aircraft of the Polo Air Company, which is known for delivering weapons to foreign countries, took off from Iran and landed at Moscow's Vnukovo Airport. Let me see if this is still on the screen. Yes, it is. The plane stayed in Russia for 2 hours and then came back. The aircraft made the same route on July 18th, just about a week ago. At the same time, a Boeing 747-300 of the Iranian airline Question Fars Air, affiliated with the Iranian Guards, made another flight to Moscow. In recent months, such visits have intensified dramatically. Western observers link them to the supply of Iranian military drones to Russia. In turn, U.S. Congressman Ted Deutsch said that the Iranian drones are dangerous and have proven their effectiveness. No one imagined that such a great power as Russia would go to Iran for military support. It was surprising, said the U.S. Congressman.
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutation and hope for elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. All right. And as you can see, okay, more war talk, something I was just listening to. And I said, what the hell, might as well go live so we can, all hear it together. I got a few more articles I want to go into as well, to watch to you brothers, all right, and you sisters for tuning in. Let me know how the sound is. Let me know if the sound good, if the video coming in good, if we good. Okay, but I read this scripture, as I wait on a response from the brother, Maznayim. Okay, yeah, the water. We can go then. Yeah, we can go. Okay. All right. This is from the brother Maznayim. Okay, servant of Yahushua. All right. and it's Mark 13:7, and it says, "And when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be you not troubled, for such things must needs be, okay? But the end shall not be yet." So we're gonna constantly hear, about these wars and rumors of wars. Okay, we're gonna constantly hear about these nations and how they're constantly making war preparation. Because those planes coming from Russia to Iran, okay, you best believe they ain't making no empty trips. Okay, Iran dropping off something, all right, and they picking up something as well. Okay, and they're putting themselves in position to fight, okay, against, all right, the West, okay, mainly America. And let's get that in, let's see. Let's get that in the book of Isaiah, okay, because these nations are tired of America being this superpower of the earth, all right, and just dominating and only making policies that's in their favor. Okay, America is like a giant asshole, okay, in the earth, man. Okay, it's just a pure asshole to these other nations, and they're fed up, man. Okay, so when you read Isaiah 21:2, it says, "A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler, which that's America." Okay, but in the second part it says, "Go up Elam," all right, which is Iran, "besiege old Media," which is Russia. "All the sign thereof have I made to cease." And when you read it in other translations, Salakia, get another translation. Okay. This is the NLT. It says, "I see a terrifying vision. I see the betrayer betraying and the destroyer destroying," which that's America. "Go ahead, you Elamites and Medes," Iran and Russia, "attack and lay siege. I will make an end to all the groaning Babylon cause." Okay? They're going to stop crying and complaining about America, and they just going to do something, man. The Lord going to put the spirit on them to do something, man. Okay, and we're seeing the preparations being made for that to happen. Okay, we're seeing the preparations being made. Okay, because you go into the scriptures, there was always an outcry against the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Okay, but America comes in that same energy, all right, of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. It was a very dominant, empire. Okay, just as America has been, and just as the Neo-Babylonian Empire was throwing his weight around on those other nations, well, America has done the same thing. But see, now these nations are getting in preparations, all right, to respond with force, man. Okay, and don't be no more G7 summits and going to the UN and crying and they just finna go head up. Okay, this is Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather up unto him all nations, and heaping unto him all people," man. Okay, and the elites have used this American empire, okay, to pretty much pry their way into everyone's government affairs, man. He never keep it at home. Okay, America is the only nation that has a say-so in the government affairs of everyone. Okay, they the only nation that can deem another leader unhumane. Okay, but then you look at the leader, you look at the food products in America. There's a lot of food products that are not even allowed in other nations because of how harmful it is, man. But this man has the authority to deem leaders of other nations inhumane. Okay, but this is the most poisonous, toxic society, all right, on earth, man. Okay, you got people in third world countries probably can't eat as much, but I guarantee they're eating a more quality, product of food, man. Okay. Verse 6, it says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe, which is destruction, to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay, which is debt, shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. Okay? This is what we're seeing build up, man. Okay? These nations are putting themselves in alliance with each other, all right, to take, all right, the daughter of Babylon down. And it's prophesied that it will happen. Okay? You go to Ezekiel 28. Okay? This is Ezekiel 28 and 5. It says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, which America became extremely rich by the way of the seas, man. Okay? All this traffic that they've been able to control. That's why America is able to put sanctions on everyone. Okay? The SWIFT banking system, which all nations pretty much have to pay tribute to America to do trade, man. Okay? And it says, it says, by great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, saith the Lord power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords, okay, missiles against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile, all right, thy brightness. Yeah, the glory of America, this whole infrastructure, man. This whole Western infrastructure as a whole, man. NATO and the EU, because they going to get their work over there too, man. Okay, and that's what's going to make them turn on America, man, because they're going to be like, God damn, we suffering because of this bitch, man. America, man. You know? Verse 8, it says, they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God, but thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee, man. Okay? Because Esau was the king of carnality, man. He got to the point where he think he's some type of entity in the earth, man. You know? As if he controls his fate. But Yahweh Shema Shai is about to show him different, and it's going to be through war. Okay? Now, let's go from there. I got a few more headlines I want to get into. Okay, because we're seeing all these things build up, and eventually it's gonna be war. Now you have the British government. Okay, it says British government offering farmers lump sum payments to stop growing food, okay, and sell their land. So what's happening, man? Engineered, all right, famine. Okay. It said the United Kingdom had introduced a new program that offers lump sum fiat cash payments to farmers who who agree to stop farming and sell their often multi-generational family-owned land to the government. According to reports, farmers who accept the cash must either retire, or take on another job of which the government approves. The British government is calling the program a basic payment scheme. The purpose is allegedly to fulfill green policy agendas, okay, writes Mike Campbell for the counter signal. And see, they talking about for a green policy agenda as if like, okay, look, we coming up with a new way to farm, okay, that's good for the environment. Okay, and if you can't comply, you might as well sell your farm. Okay, and we'll appoint you a job. Okay? We gotta get to this green agenda as if they give a damn about the earth, man. The same people that test nukes and let them fall in the water, okay? All those aircraft carriers that's leaking all that oil and gas in the water, all these pollutants, okay? The chemtrail of the earth, but all of a sudden he's an environmentalist, man. You get the hell out of here, man. Okay, it's all to engineer famine, man. But it's all according to the Lord, because the Lord, you know, he said he would do these things, man. When you go to Ezekiel, okay, this is Ezekiel, okay, 5 and 16. It says, when I shall send all right, upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Okay? This is the times that we're coming in when the Lord is going to increase the famine. And he's utilizing Esau Edom to fast track this thing, man. Okay? This is what we're seeing. Esau is possessed on the left-hand side, okay, to carry out the will of the Most High, man. And that's why we're seeing these things happening. It says, so will I send upon you famine and evil beasts. They shall bereave thee. The pestilence and blood shall pass through thee. And I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, has spoken it. Yeah, man. It's going to be bad times. Wild beasts, famine, more pestilence. Okay? Let's get to that. See, all these things are finna happen, start hitting at the same time. Okay? It's gonna go from good to bad real soon. Okay? Now, you got this. It's from Blacklisted News. It says, you know who declares the monkey business a global emergency. And this was yesterday. Okay? So they have declared the monkey business a global emergency, man. Okay? It says the World Health Organization has officially declared the monkey business outbreak, which you can see what it's really talking about. You know, you gotta be very careful how you tread. It says, the you know who, okay, has officially declared the monkey business outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. Okay, and no one knows anybody that has this. Okay, but now it's an international crisis, man. This man just pulled crisis out of his ass, man. Okay? And what does that do? It says it is the highest, all right, alert that the you-know-who can issue, and grants them legal authority to issue travel warnings or restrictions, inspect and critique the public health measures of member states, and other things of that nature. And remember, the meeting they had in Davos, they pretty much gave who the authority, okay, over these governments, man. If there's ever, any medical crisis, okay, or any type of global emergency, okay. So Esau was setting it up to pretty much just bring in a whole new world order, man. Okay, he's setting it up. And he gonna have that little Egyptian, looking guy, that's supposed to be the head of the you-know-who. And they're gonna have him as if he's the man in charge of the earth making decisions. No, he's the front man for what the elites already have planned, man. Okay? But this is where they at. Now, they declared this yesterday, man. So we'll watch and see how they do with that, man. We just watching. Okay, now you got this. You got Beijing, which is China, deploys tanks to quell angry depositors wanting to withdraw their savings. Okay, so here it is. All right, you got these little Moabites at the bank, talking about they want their money. Okay, and what been deployed? They deployed a tank. All right. They deployed that no limit tank on their ass, man. Okay, what money? Hit there with the with the Debo line. Okay, we ain't got no chili Fritos, fat boy. All right, you through? Okay, Moab with it done. And see, these things are gonna happen here, man. Okay, it said the Chinese government has deployed tanks on the streets to quell angry citizens wanting to withdraw their savings in a scene resembling the infamous Tiananmen Square protest and subsequent massacre in 1989. Beijing sent tanks from Chinese People's Liberation Army to patrol the streets of Henan province as protesters clashed with law enforcement. Okay, depositors who had been barred from withdrawing money since April were demanding the release of their frozen funds Footage circulating in Chinese social media showed armored PLA tank purportedly deployed to protect the banks and prevent locals from reaching them. Okay? So you had to run, these bank runs in China. So China whipped out the tanks, man. Okay? It's over with, man. All right? Next currency you will receive is gonna be digital. Okay? And you're gonna have a device to access that money, man. Okay? Now let's go here to Sri Lanka. Let's see what's going on in Sri Lanka. We just, hitting and going. Okay? Getting the headlines. Okay, so you have in Sri Lanka, it says the C119, okay, QR codes now being used to ration fuel in Sri Lanka as economic collapse accelerates. It says, we are hearing through the grapevine that Sri Lanka's latest approach to handling the fuel crisis in this country is to ration fuel using residents C19, okay, which we know that is, QR codes. The only way to buy gasoline in Sri Lanka, we are told, is to show one's C119 passport via a smartphone. This is exactly the type of government, misuse that many warned about when QR codes, for the demic were first introduced. A type of MOTB, okay, a type of MOTB, C19 QR codes are a digital mark that must be shown in order to continue engaging in commerce, as fuel is needed to drive as well as to create and transport goods and services, man. You figured out where they going with this, man. Okay? You figure out, man. They're rolling out, okay, this NWO. You see? Let me see if they play. They knocked me off. It's all good. It's all good, man. Just get a couple of these scriptures. And that'll be it. Yeah. So yeah, let me get the few precepts and we'll close out, man. Okay? Because we see what's coming. Okay? We see what's coming, and the Lord has given us a spirit on how to move. This is Proverbs 22:3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished, man. And there's a lot of people that these harsh times that we're seeing build up, okay? We're seeing the end manifest. Okay, we're watching the end of this thing manifest, but we know to hide ourselves in who? Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's through faith and obedience, man. Okay, but we're seeing the end manifest itself right before us, man. Okay, and we ended there. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Okay. And verse 3 said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of these things spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, the end is completely manifesting itself, man. Okay, we know where all roads lead to. All right, and they're prepping the earth, okay, for chaos, and they already have the solution with the Karakma, man. Okay, and while all this happening, World War III, things are we seeing moves being made. Okay, these nations putting themselves in position to fight this third world war, man. Okay, so Lord will you brothers, all right, and you few sisters will edify once again. I'm give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.